Hi guys, it's Jen with JKC Mobile Notary, and today I'm going to talk to you about the difference between colleagues and competitors and why as a notary, you should be moving farther away from competitive behavior and more into working with colleagues, your peers. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back, I guess. If you've been here before, I'm glad you're back. If you're brand new, I'm glad to have you. Before we get started, let's make sure we hit the like and subscribe button, ring the bell, so you don't miss anything that's coming, because what's coming is tons of notary content, notary business building, notary skills, notary laws, notary leaders, lots of things. So come with us, join this community, and I'd be so happy to have you. Okay, I said it in the intro. Today, we're talking about colleagues, not competitors. This is a topic we hear about a lot. I hear it a lot. I talk about it a lot because it's a big thing. And today, I just want to kind of walk us through what that means. And if you're still in the mindset of competitiveness with your fellow notaries, I'm hoping by the end of this video to move you closer to viewing them as colleagues and even friends. Okay, I want to give you a quote. If you want to be incrementally better, be competitive. If you want to be exponentially better, be cooperative. I love this quote. It's an unknown author, but it really leans into the whole idea that we can grow so much more if we do it together. I have seen hateful and spiteful notaries. And in any industry, you're going to have those people. But because this industry is so incredibly unifying, if you let it, the necessity to see everybody around you as a competitor isn't there. And how to move away from that into seeing them as colleagues is not that hard to do either. Let's talk about the notary industry as it is, because I believe that the notary industry is unlike any other. Now, clearly, every specialty has its own network and own group of people. You have your realtors and lawyers. They all have their own colleagues and their own networks. But what I find incredibly unique about this industry is how supportive, how loving, how encouraging, and how inclusive it is. Not everybody in our in the notary world is that way, clearly, because no profession is going to be perfect. But where I live in this space, that's all I see. And it can be all you see too. If you can look at another notary and instead of feeling like you need to compete with them, why don't you try to reach out to them and get to know them, have coffee with them, try to build a relationship with them, because you guys are better together than you are apart. And we'll get into that. I want to talk to you about notary work, okay? Because one of the reasons that a lot of people feel competitive is when they feel like there isn't enough work to go around. And the truth is, there is more than enough work to go around for almost every area of the country. We may be in the downside of real estate signings, but that's not all we do as notaries. There is so very much more we do as notaries, and there's so very much work to be had. More work than I think there's 4 million notaries in our country. There's still more work than 4 million notaries can handle. That means there's enough for you, there's enough for them, there's enough for him, there's enough for all of us. Now, that might not be true if you're in a very small community, but in general, there's enough work for all of us. So there's no reason to be competitive about it. Let's talk about being solopreneurs, okay? Solopreneurs are entrepreneurs who go it alone. You get that? It's not an old word, it's a pretty new word. In fact, Webster's put it in the dictionary January 27th of 2022. And this is what they say about solopreneurs. A solopreneur is one who organizes, manages, and assumes the risks of a business or enterprise without the help of a partner, Or to put it more simply, they are a solo entrepreneur. A solo entrepreneur works independently and does not hire employees or other team members. We get it. A solopreneur is somebody whose business is their own. But nowhere in that definition does it say you have to be alone in your business. And I think that's really important to understand. We are not created to work completely alone always. I mean, listen, nobody else is coming in and doing your work for you. They're not doing your appointments for you. They're not doing your marketing for you unless you've hired out, your bookkeeping unless you've hired out. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about community. I'm talking about having a group of people like-minded around you to help support you. And without it, we run a real risk of being isolated in our business. And listen, there's a danger of business isolation. There's an increased risk of professional burnout. And I have videos, at least 2, because I experienced this. And let me tell you, it is not fun. It is no joke. And it's incredibly debilitating to my business when that happens. And that happens when you try to take too much on your own. There's an increased risk of depression and anxiety. You tend to have poor decision-making happening, difficulty building relationships. When you're on your own and you don't have anyone to bounce ideas off of or to ask questions of or to complain to. Honestly, I can't complain to my husband. I can complain about my day if there's something that happened, and he'll be supportive. But when I call my notary girlfriends, we really can talk about it because they fully understand when I tell them about a situation that happened at a signing or something like that. There is so much power in that. Being able to call somebody to have a bitch session about your day. And if that was the only thing building community and network gave you, that's worth a lot, but it's not the only thing. There is so much more. So when you start seeing your notary competitors as colleagues instead of competition, the success of your business and of you exponentially grows. When you see competitors as colleagues, you have the opportunity and potential to build a strong support network, grow your knowledge and skill level, because no matter what you think, you can never know it all, and everybody's different experiences can help grow your knowledge base just because they're not you. You can get referral business and you can get help when you need it. Having that kind of group around you gives you all of those things. Colleagues are competitors. So how do you look at them as colleagues? Because we are all in the same business. It really comes down to relationships, the relationships that you build with your fellow notaries. I'm going to tell you a little story about a notary. You're going to see an interview with her come out soon. Her name is Stephanie Russo, and she is one of the notaries that's in my networking group that I created, and we are friends. She became a notary after I did, and not too far after, but far enough that I was able to help her on her journey. I am 2.5 years in. She's almost 2 years in, and she has far exceeded what I've accomplished as a notary. How do I look at that? Do I look at that with bitterness and jealousy and have this competitiveness rise in me? No, because she is my friend. And I am so proud of her. And I'm so excited for her. I'm excited for her growth and to see where she's going to go and the big things that are in her future. And it encourages me to get my act together. It does not spur a competitive bone in my body. It spurs the idea that I can do more because she did. I want to give you some examples of the benefits I have because of the colleagues and the collaboration I've built around me since before I became a notary. If I have a question about notary law, I call my friend Matt Miller. Matt Miller is in San Francisco. He is the owner or founder of California League of Independent Notaries. He is a lobbyist for notary law in California. So if I have a law question, I pick up my cell phone and call my friend Matt. If I have questions about legal documents, I have issues with them or questions about them, I call my friend Julie, because Julie is a paralegal and an LDA and a notary. And that's a one phone call away. If I'm diversifying my business and I want to talk to notaries who have had experience doing that, I call Stephanie, who does field inspections. I call Andy Moore, who's a friend of mine in LA, who does permit running. I call my friend Celicia Young-Jones, who does wedding officiating. I call my colleagues who are part of my community and part of my network. It is a massive, massive part of my success. I'm telling you that I would not be here today without the support of other notaries. That being said, the other part of reaching out, it allows you to help those that are coming up behind you. Listen, Bill Soroka has used this quote on me, has told me this quote, has told lots of people this quote. It's the first time I heard it. It's from Maya Angelou, but I want to repeat it. It may, in fact, be utterly impossible to be successful without helping others be successful. It may, in fact, be utterly impossible to be successful without helping others to be successful. Guys, it's the truth. If I hadn't helped all the notaries that came up behind me get to where they are today, I wouldn't be the notary I am today. It helped me learn. It helped me grow. It helped me become better at what I do. I'm a better notary because of all of those who I've helped who have come up behind me, who I've helped get to where they are. It is the most remarkable gift you can give yourself and your community if you can transition your mind from seeing them as competitors and really looking at them as potential colleagues. So where do you find notary colleagues? A couple places. You can check local networking groups on Facebook. NBB, the Notary Business Builders, is a fantastic networking community that I think every notary on the planet should be a part of. And I'll put a link down to that in the description box. Get on notary calls, Zoom calls, and question and answer calls. There's one that's called TNT, the Tuesday Notary Titans. It's every Tuesday at 12 o'clock. I'm going to put a link so you can register for that down below. It's free. It is a room with a couple of speakers and then like 200 notaries from across the country at all levels of experience, from not quite notaries to 25 years of experience and everything in between. It is a golden goose that keeps laying eggs. I'm telling you, it is worth the time to sit down, even if you just sit and listen. But if you have questions, ask them. And what a great place to meet other notaries and build your community. There are notary clubhouse rooms. And, very simply, you can Google notary near me and reach out to other notaries that pop up and see what networks they're a part of, or set up a coffee date, or create a network of your own. But having a community is going to bring you so much further than going it alone. I hope that you guys hear this. I hope that you see that it is an amazing shift of perspective that will take so much weight off of your shoulders when you're no longer worrying about competing with your fellow notaries. Instead, you're thinking about engaging with them. Thank you guys for being here. I really hope that you'll come back. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this topic, because I know that this is it's not a new thing. If you've been in the industry at all, you've heard it, but it really is important that we all get on board with this, because we will be stronger together than we will ever be separately, ever. I want to remind you guys that I have my Notary Business Essentials course. This is a course specifically for brand new notaries who are getting ready to start their business, to show them how to start a legal and legitimate business. That is available. The link will be down below. My notary resource page is going to be getting a refresh pretty soon. I have new creators and innovators that want to add their products and services to the resource page for you, but I'll leave the link to what that is now down below. My new course on my power of attorney document course is available now. If you want to do notarizations, but you really want to understand some of the documents you're doing, this power of attorney course is going to walk you through all 3 types of power of attorneys. It's going to go through the language, activations, what they do, what they mean, who's signing, who's notarizing, who's not, witnesses, blah, 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 the whole thing. That is available as well. And I have a new course coming out at the end of the quarter for to help you be a notary in jails. So all of that information is down below. If you have any questions, please reach out. I would love to speak with you. But if not, I will see you next week when we talk about something new for your business, for my business, for our business. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you later.